The snow fell thick and silent over the streets of Chicago, blanketing the city in a hush that felt almost cruel to Marcus Thompson. At 32, he lived in a cramped one-bedroom on the South Side, the kind of place where the heat flickered like it was deciding whether to bother. His job at the warehouse had ended 6 months earlier, automation, they said. No severance, just a handshake and a cardboard box of his things. Marcus had grown up in this neighborhood, son of a single mother who worked double shifts at the hospital until her body gave out. He dropped out of community college after she passed, taking whatever shifts he could to pay bills and send money to his younger sister in college downstate. Now the savings were gone, the fridge half empty, and the eviction notice taped to his door felt like the final punch. He avoided mirrors these days. The man staring back had bloodshot eyes, a beard he hadn't trimmed, and shoulders that carried too much weight. Friends had stopped calling, they were busy with their own lives, promotions, weddings, new babies. Marcus scrolled job sites late at night, applying to dozens, hearing nothing back. Each silence confirmed what the voice in his head whispered, "You're done. This is it." One freezing evening in January, walking home from a fruitless interview downtown, he ducked into a small used bookstore on 63rd Street to escape the wind. The owner, an older black man named Mr. Ellis with a calm voice and wire-rimmed glasses, was shelving books. Marcus picked up a worn paperback titled Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. He'd seen clips online, some Navy SEAL guy yelling about pushing limits. Sounded like hype, but Mr. Ellis noticed him staring. "That one's raw," the owner said. "Man went through hell, abuse, obesity, failure after failure, and rebuilt himself. Not magic. Just refusing to quit. Take it for $10. Might speak to you." Marcus bought it. That night, under a dim lamp, he started reading. Goggins wrote about his own mirror moments, facing the ugly truth of who he was, overweight and broken after quitting the SEALs the first time. He talked about the 40% rule. When you think you're at your limit, you're only at 40% of what you're truly capable of. He described running ultras with broken legs, training through pain, building mental calluses by seeking discomfort on purpose. Marcus laughed at first, easy for a SEAL. But the raw honesty hit hard. Goggins didn't sugarcoat. Mental strength wasn't born, it was forged in hell you chose to walk into. No excuses. No pity parties. Just action. The next morning, Marcus woke at 5 a.m., before the alarm he'd set for job hunting. The apartment was freezing. He put on old sneakers and stepped out into the snow. He jogged 2 blocks before his lungs screamed and legs burned. He wanted to turn back. Instead, he remembered Goggins' words, "Stay hard." He pushed another block. When he returned, gasping, sweat freezing on his skin, something shifted, a tiny spark of control in a life that felt out of control. He started small, deliberate. Cold showers every morning, full blast for a minute, then 2. He wrote in a cheap notebook 3 things he controlled that day: wake up early, apply to 5 jobs, run farther than yesterday. He stopped doom scrolling social media, unfollowed accounts that made him feel small. Instead, he read stories of Americans who'd clawed their way up. Oprah Winfrey escaping poverty and abuse to build an empire, J.K. Rowling writing Harry Potter while on welfare and depressed, Nick Vujicic born without limbs yet inspiring millions through sheer will. Marcus created his own accountability mirror. He taped notes to the bathroom mirror: run 3 miles today, no excuses. Study 1 new skill for 30 minutes. Call mom's old friend for job leads. Every night, he reviewed them honestly. If he failed, he didn't lie to himself. He owned it, then planned better. Weeks turned brutal. Rejections piled up. A potential job fell through when the company downsized again. One night, despair hit hard. He sat on the floor, tears coming for the first time in years. But he remembered Goggins facing his own darkness, calling himself out, then getting up. Marcus stood, looked in the mirror, and said aloud, "This hurts. But it won't break me. Tomorrow I start again." He enrolled in a free online coding bootcamp, something new, intimidating. Nights after applying for warehouse jobs, he coded until his eyes blurred. First projects failed. He debugged, rewatched tutorials, tried again. Failure became fuel. Spring came. Marcus landed an entry-level IT support role at a logistics firm, not glamorous, lower pay than before, but steady. On his first day, nerves twisted his stomach. In the